When the Minnesota Vikings signed future first ballot Hall of Famer Patrick Peterson this offseason, one of the selling points for P Squared, besides Mike Zimmer's love affair for cornerbacks, is that the Vikings played his former team, the Arizona Cardinals, coming up on the schedule in Arizona, setting up a revenge game for the former LSU Tiger. And with the schedule being set, we know that week 2 will be the Dia de los Revengeos for Patrick Pete. And most players downplay playing their former team. It's like blah, blah, blah. It's just another game. It's just one of 16 or one of 17 now. All that players speak, and it's baloney. It's absolute baloney. I love that Patrick Peterson just owned it on his podcast, All Things Covered, with his cousin Brian McFadden, another great defense back in his own right. Go subscribe to their channel. The Tide raises all Vikings boats. Patrick Peterson said this, quote, "The division games are going to be always a dogfight, you know what I mean? But the one I circled is definitely week 2. That's not even close. Week 2 is obviously the Cardinals." He continued, quote, "I'm going to be juiced up going into that week or whatever, but as far as once the game gets going, I'm going to be cool, calm, and collected because that's when I'm at my best. Like I said, I'm looking forward to that week 2 matchup." So, number one, don't say juiced up, considering you got popped for PEDs in 2019. Come on, man. But I love that he's throwing it down and that he's looking forward to playing his old team, because that's what every former player should do when they get back with their old squad. Say, hey, I'm going to bring it to you, man. Like, you made a big mistake sending me out of town, because it's heavily implied that obviously him being cut and leaving was not completely amicable. I'm sure that P Squared would have loved to play his entire career in Arizona like his guy Larry Fitzgerald. Plus, the game is in Arizona, so he's returning to that stadium, University of Phoenix Online, or whatever the hell they call it nowadays. So he's going to be back amongst those fans. He's going to get a standing ovation, and then they're going to boo him. Boo. And we said this when the Vikings signed Peterson. He is not the Patrick Peterson of 5 to 7 years ago. He's not the first team all-pro dude anymore, but he's still a damn good player with tons of leadership and ball hawking ability. And if they use him right, that he can be an asset for the next couple years. He still has a lot of good football in him. But Vance Joseph and the Cardinals left him hanging too often last year. Let him out there as cornerback 1 like in the old days, and it was not like the old days. Plus, matching up against Arizona, Peterson knows Kyler and Nuke and Christian Kirk, their tendencies, as well as Cliff Kingsbury's offense, the boy blunder, and practice against that offense every day. So that's going to be valuable. Game planning, working with the DBs, communicating with Harrison Smith and Zimmer, and the rest of that defense is going to be big. Now, obviously, it's a double-edged sword because they know Patrick Peterson as well. But hopefully, the Vikings will not be using him like Arizona did last year. And I would expect Peterson and Dantzler to play sides, or Peterson to cover Kirk or the corpse of AJ Green, while Dantzler travels with Hopkins, with plenty of safety help for both, with Harrison as well as Xavier Woods. And Zimmer needs to check his ego, man. Like, I know that he just got this bright, new, shiny toy, but he is not Patrick Peterson of 2015. Patrick Peterson is still a bad man, trust me. But Zimmer, if he's going to use him as a cornerback 1, just set it and forget it, belt buckle to belt buckle with wide receiver 1s, he's going to be bad, man. It's not going to be good. And I love that Patrick Peterson is just putting it out there. Like, he's hyped up to play his old team because there's only one thing next: revenge. But your thoughts? Patrick Peterson have a week 2 at Arizona Circle. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Post on the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.